Rebuilding Channel 1 is a YouTube channel dedicated to creating and sharing digital content. We are a group of content creators, promoters, producers, artists, and songwriters based in the New York City tri-state area.
We rebuilding to last forever, reaching for the future. No matter the weather, we strong. We focus, get into the bag. Moving small with silence, never been the ones to brag.
Build this beat, kick first, snare in. Yeah, that's me. 808 hitting nice. Hi-hats, let them skate. Roadblock production, we moving. Build this beat.
Salute, 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 salute. You already know what it is. Great grandson in the building, man. Yeah, man, we're gonna talk about it, man. New York City algorithm smoke. There's a lot going on, man. It's a lot going on. Word up. And I'm gonna keep you 100, man. And a lot of this shit that's going on, that should be bugged the fuck out, big. That should be having me cracking the fuck up all the time, big. That should be having me crazy, man. Facts. All that shit niggas be going through and all that shit they be going through, man, I be seeing it. Word. A lot of this shit be ill. Real talk. Salute to everybody in the chat, man. You already know what it is. You pull up on it, say you press the like button. Henny, salute. Nikki, salute, baby. But we're going to get right into it, man, because it's ugly. It's nasty work, man. This is called New York City Algorithm Smoke, Part 1, man. This is Great Grandson. Let's go.
Every light us out already got here one non-stop fire roll.
Got another brother, we rebuilding we. OG right there. Go subscribe to his channel.
Great grandson in the building. We rebuilding to last forever, reaching for the future. No matter the weather, we strong. We focus, get into the bag. Moving small with silence, never been the ones to brag. Haters see and hear the name, we rebuilding we. Everlasting in the game, stay far away from lanes. Praise the rules and Prince and Paula name. We are not the same. We are not the same. We are not the same. Praise the rules and Prince and Paula name. We are not the same. Are not the same. And we are not the same. Praise the rules and Prince and Paula name. We are not the same.
The documentary.
So who reached out for the documentary and why did you decide to do it?
They asked me the questions. You know how 50 is, again, I had 50 with Bernard in the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
You know, don't forget Corey Rooney brought 50 Cent to my crib next door, like walked over with him, be like, yo, here's my artist, whatever. I end up doing Heat Wave, you know, and I end up doing a couple of other songs though too. So I'm also friends with him too. So when they asked me the question, I'm like, yo, okay, I do it, not knowing it was gonna be, you know how you put stuff together. I told a couple of stories, Envy. This is a story that they end up keeping.
Gotcha.
You know, so again, I'm not here to envy you. If anybody knows me, it's you.
That's what I said.
He was very surprised.
And you know my crew, and you know me, as far as just how I roll. Again, at the end of the day, I'm not trying to debunk or make everything sound nice or whatever it is. People don't know the friendship of Misa and me and him. We was actually friends, and I would have never ever try to put Misa in a situation on that. And I said friends. I didn't say we was like that and we was doing all that. I said, yo, that was my friend. You know, because we never really put together as being boyfriend and girlfriend. It was just like a friend thing.
You want me to give you some classic New?
First, I want to shout out everybody in New York City, man. Hot 97, you over. You got rid of Ebro. Nobody want to hear Funk Flex in the morning dropping bombs. You're messed up. Yo, Ebro, man, he was going for that spot anyway. Word up. You already see what happened to Enough? It's crazy. It's nasty work. But nobody want to hear you Funk Flex in the morning. You fucking it up in the morning. Come on, man.
New York energy.
Turn the music up.
DJ Clue was cracking.
Old school.
What about the Clue bombs?
Burn like low flow like blunts of hydro.
Let's go.
Sugar man, PK. Allow me to say thanks to all the people
Who wanna fucking hear this man early in the morning?
all the people that prejudge me.
Like, who wanna hear you dropping bombs and cutting my fucking songs so it's a good part? Come on, like.
Then starving for Jay. If they lock me in a cage, okay, party away. I'm still hot.
You want me to give you some classic New York energy?
Wolf ended up losing his life behind Puff and his bullshit. And people they didn't even put that in the documentary. Wolf ended up losing his life behind Puff and his bullshit. And that bullshit was with BMF. That's a big segment in my book that I wrote that whole shit. I wrote a whole big situation in my book regarding that, Mighty. And I know you're doing this. I want to say that right there because I was there the night that Meech had promised Puff, you know what I'm saying? He ain't had to worry about Suge Knight. He ain't had to worry about nobody from this point on. And telling Puff some shit like that made him think that he could talk to Wolf any kind of way. Because if anybody knew BMF was powerful back then, they had dudes from everywhere. And Meech telling him he ain't have to worry about nobody no more, it made Puff think that he could tell Wolf that he didn't need Wolf no more. And one thing led to the next. Wolf ended up losing his life behind Puff and his bullshit. And people
Jada, this is you. Every month, this clip keeps coming up, and I don't think you ever got asked it. Whereas me, you, Fab, the party.
But I'm talking about for your birthday.
Huh?
Why won't you party with me for your birthday, man?
We partied for my birthday before. You came to my party.
No, but me and you ain't never really party, you know what I'm saying?
So what I'm saying is, when it goes viral for me, it works out for me because it's on the show.
No, I have a little bit of crack moment. I go in the comments and start seeing, but once I see people like Kiss wasn't with that shit. You see Kiss with just look at Kiss and I can able to whoop side again, homie. They know I was.
Right.
I mean, I was really starved. I was hungry. Remember, I was a little bit grumpy that day anyway. Then he came talking that party. He all the way threw me off with that.
Right.
Don't know what it's gonna be. Fucking with a nigga like me. D to the M to the X. Last I heard, that niggas was having sex with the same sex. I show no love to homo thugs. Empty out, you go most. How you gonna explain fucking a man? Even if we squash the beef, I ain't touching your hand. I don't fuck with chumps. For those that been to jail, that's the cat with the Kool-Aid on his lips and pumps. I don't fuck with niggas that think they bras. Only know how to be one way. That's the don't know what it's.
Said you wrote 2 verses for Diddy. One was the Let's Get It, and the other one was on the I Get Money remix. Yeah. But they said you wrote it and it's him confessing the crime.
Broke nose, but Diddy did it. Carl Jr., big homes, your Diddy did it. Shootouts, coastal beach, your Diddy did it. But my money's so good that Diddy gotta quit.
Jay, help me with that. Jay, help me with that. Jay did that part right there. When he said, shootouts, coastal beach. I wasn't around, but I was like East Coast, West Coast.
They said you wrote 2.
Yo, let me nip this in the bud. Cause now if you not jacking Diddy with all the crazy shit going on, you gonna have the goo-goo goblins in the back. Yo, it's crazy how motherfuckers don't like a man because of sexual preference and what he do behind closed doors is business and everybody consented to it. They locked him up for just being a freak. And listen, buddy, nobody's mad at Diddy for his sexual preference. Me personally, I never jacked Diddy energy. I like the music that they made and all that, but me just a human watching his energy, something never felt right with me. From the first time he walked in the industry, it was death. The concert and all that, overbooked it, being greedy. Fast forward, his name was always attached to bad energy. Big died. The way he handled Miss Wallace, the way he handled Shine, the way he handled Craig Mack, the way he handled G-Dep, the way he handled Black Rob, the way he handled the Locks, the way he handled making a band, the way he handled Little Jerome. Little boy lost his mind, ran out butt naked, all this crazy shit. The way he handled everything.
How I forget about
it was
Mace.
just an energy that I could never connect to. So when all of this came out and me speaking on it because it's just news, I've never felt his energy. And I'm sure it's a lot of people that is big on energy. Like, fuck all the other shit. All the other shit, true or not, 30 years straight, he always been attached to a bad energy. And
do you remember when 50 Cent was supposed to be putting out a documentary about Puff on Netflix?
Yes.
Where is it?
I think it's still happening.
Yeah, right. He's capping. Do you remember when 50 Cent was supposed to be putting out a documentary about Puff?
You was Diddy bodyguard for 15 years, fam. 15 years. But now you make him out to be Satan or the devil. Then that would make you a demon because y'all empowered him. Did y'all ever see the clip that Halloween night where he was the Joker and he ran up on 2-Bit?
Yes, I remember that.
And 2-Bit said, I don't give a fuck who he is.
Yeah, I remember that, yeah.
Cause see, and the bodyguards around him, y'all empowered him to disrespect another man's space, to invade another man's territory and be totally okay with it. But let's say the role was reversed and somebody tried to run up on Diddy. Y'all gonna grab that nigga and flip it. But it's okay for Diddy to violate anybody. And Jane Doe, you was a part of that 15 years, fam. So don't try to act like you trying to right some wrongs, because if you trying to actually and genuinely right a wrong, then you would tell all the misdealings and all the fucked up shit you did in conjunction with Diddy. But we never hear you say, well, I played this part, did this here. Because I'm pretty sure Diddy the nigga on you, sick you on a nigga to whoop a nigga. And I'm pretty sure you did. I'm pretty sure you say you know Diddy was mistreating this girl and Diddy say, go get that bitch. And you went and got her.
Hey, yo, you a bitch if you watch that Puff Daddy documentary. 50 Cent, you a bitch too, nigga. You mad because that nigga had your bitch eating dog shit and she ain't even have to go to Dubai, nigga. You a hating ass nigga. Anybody that like 50 and his antics is a hating ass nigga too. Karma is a motherfucking real thing. Bitch nigga, yours is on the way. Fuck y'all niggas. Free my man Puff.
This gentleman is coming out to say that 50 Cent and Misa Hilton, which is Justin Combs' mother, was messing back in the day.
Now this is some nasty work right here.
Back when Diddy and her were together. And according to him, he says that things got real ugly between Diddy and 50 when Misa started pillow talking to 50 Cent and started to tell. This gentleman is coming out. 50 Cent and Misa Hilton, which is Justin Combs' mother, was messing back in the day, back when Diddy and her were together. And according to him, he says that things got real ugly between Diddy and 50 when Misa started pillow talking to 50 Cent and started to tell 50 Cent a bunch of things that Diddy was saying about him. And this is when the back and forth started.
Diddy didn't make a documentary or anything about 50, and when 50 was dating Misa Hilton, Diddy, Justin's mother.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? You dated his baby mother first.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
But you saying that Misa and 50 were an item at one point?
Yeah.
Is that like a big thing that people know, or?
Man, if you was around, like, you know me, I've been in this game 30 years, and I've been around these people for 30 years. And I know Misa for about the 30 years. You know what I'm saying? But there was a point where Misa and 50 was messing around. And 50 was threatening Diddy with information that he allegedly learned from Misa.
This gentleman is coming out to say,
no matter what nobody said, let's just here and there, y'all are not working together the right way. We're losing.
But isn't it ironic that they giving us all the details about Puffy and then give us no details about Jeffrey Epstein?
I was about to ask you the same thing.
If I didn't say anything, you would interpret it as the hip hop is fine with his behaviors.
Yeah, man. Because as soon as I get wind of what Diddy, how he get on and what he into, it ain't enough money in the world he could pay me to make me stick around for none of that.
I used to take perks and shit like that, but all that came from like a balance of dealing with shit like that. And coming from poverty and making $2-3 million at the time.
God damn!
Man, that's $500 a day, man. That's $3,500.
I'm scared to be in the middle of this shit. I don't want to be a law changer. I'm trying to live my life.
You mean to tell me when you first became a star?
I got real shit going on.
And didn't nobody know who you was and you was trying to get in, you didn't go to the party?
I don't promote it.
For 20 years, me being uncomfortable with him suggesting that he takes me shopping, or I looked at it like it was like a tester.
Shit, I'm not guilty of none of that. I ain't doing that.
You gotta think, homie, that was 10, 15 years ago.
You stuck around for 15 years.
I don't even entertain that type shit no more. Leave me out of that. I'm here for him. I will help support him.
Never get to the point where I was like, damn, I need the money.
I gotta actually know this nigga. Just because we getting money together, this go for any rapper.
Fuck that.
It sounds about right. He CEO.
This is for entertainment purposes only. This guy right here, Lil Z's, Biggie's best friend. He was in the car when Biggie got shot. Let's hear what he's got to say.
Here was Little C's, the main witness to the murder.
How are you?
How you doing? You alright?
I'm alright.
Hey, how you doing?
See what he does the first thing he came with?
What's that?
Rest in peace, B.I.G.
Huh? Had to go just, speak to my boy real fast.
That's it.
Yo, listen to what he's saying, yo. It's crazy. Crazy, man. You're listening to what he's saying, man.
So every time he comes in, he got to go over there and touch it. Yeah. So that's Christopher's little heart of everybody that, he was associated, affiliated with. He meant a lot to my son, and those are my son's words.
I asked Little C's where he was sitting in the car with Biggie.
Yeah, I was right behind him. He was in the passenger seat, and I was right behind him in the back seat. I was right there. Yeah.
And what did you see?
Crazy.
I just seen the car just roll up and just start shooting in there. One dude in the car by himself. You know what I'm saying? I was sitting outside the window. I was looking out the window, and the car just rolled up, stopped right there on the angle of us, and started shooting the car. He only shot through Big Door. No, this was something that whoever did it, they had to see all that, and they had to plan it. Been too good, and it was police out there. They shut the party down from a fire drill, so it was police there.
These are FBI photos. The amazing thing is that Biggie and Puffy were under surveillance at the time of the murder.
After the Biggie death, I had spoke to a couple of police, and I saw a couple of pictures that they had when they was watching us. They were showing me pictures of me, asking me who is that? I'm telling them that's me. And they asked me, who is that? That's Biggie's best friend D-Rock. That's it.
They were showing you.
So they were showing us pictures when they was followers and this and that. And they were showing old pictures that that was in this house that the police had in L.A. So I was thinking like, God damn, something real fishy is going on.
If FBI was following my son, where were they?
That was crazy.
That night my son was shot. And why is it, if they weren't there, why is it that moment, that night, they were taken off? Those are questions that needed to be looked into.
Crazy.
What 50 just came across in that secret little Diddy footage that he paid from the videographer that Diddy didn't pay, they are saying 50 has footage that will not only add more time to Diddy's sentence, but Diddy might not ever come out. Listen up, check this out. Now y'all know that footage that where Diddy is behind the scenes talking to his lawyer and all of this stuff, and people like, damn, what was Diddy recording it? Well, Diddy was recording it because he thought he was about to beat the case. So he wanted to do a Netflix documentary. Didn't pay the guy, and then 50 got all 140 hours of footage of secret Diddy tactics. Well, there's a guy named Neil who was mentioned in the court, works right up under Diddy, was organizing everything. Allegedly, they are saying that he is on video, film, tampering with witnesses, giving out addresses, offering money, bribing, we'll pay for your lawyers, all kind of shit that could be counted as witness tampering, obstruction of justice. And 50 of all people has his hands on this footage. And I'm hearing that this could implicate Diddy's lawyers in some bullshit. They could be charged. This shit is getting wild.
And I'm hearing that this 50 Cent documentary is just the fucking tip of the iceberg, and I like it.
50 Cent forgot to mention Clive Davis in the interview, right? And shout out to the brother that made the video pointing this out, saying that, listen, they know who to play with. You feel me? You could poke at Diddy, but you can't poke at the Tiny Hat gang. The same dude, Tony Mottola and all that, they all the same, bro. They in the same mob.
Tommy Mottola. His name was Tommy Mottola, young king.
That's why they say, oh, you want to tear a black man down? It's not about tearing a black man down. I think they went to Diddy, and they went to 50, and they already was doing a documentary, and they just threw his name on there for bonus. It doesn't matter if they went to him 4 years ago for the documentary, 8 years ago, they've been working on it. So when it comes to dudes like Clyde Davis and Tony Mottola and all them, and then Lucian Grange, we need documentaries on them. Who gonna step up and do that? Oh, you can't, because they control the media. They know who produced the media. They've been behind it 100 years. 50 Cent forgot.
I want to write him. I want to see him. I want to tell him I love him. I want to tell him to keep his head up. If he did something wrong, talk to God. You know, it's gonna work out. And then I would tell him anything similar to what I would tell somebody else in trouble that shot fucking Pookie down the street. This nigga's running up on nigga and killing people. They dumping niggas' bodies in front of people's houses. And you people's putting money on Pookie bail. And y'all worried about baby oil and this nigga fucking men. That was there. With they assholes tooted up. Looking for an opportunity. I want to write them. I want to.
Y'all already know. Juror 160 out of pocket. Y'all already know this girl was fanned out before y'all put her on the stand. 50 Cent knew to put her in this documentary to show just how broken the system is. This girl up here talking about they making faces at each other and I'm making the band 112 and this and that. And he made the same nod during making the band. So I knew what he meant. I knew what he liked and, you know, all that bullshit. Girl, this is why he is getting out in a short period of time. Because he knew what jurors to pick, who was starstruck, and who he could manipulate. This girl right here had no business being on nobody's jury team. She was always gonna let him go free. Yeah, he making his face. He like, you know, I know what he like. But they done already cut this girl the cheek. Y'all already know. Juror.
If we could keep it a buck, I got a phone call from Diddy. It was like, I'm sitting here with these girls. They're named total opposites. I'm about to work with them. I'm about to sign them to my label. And these songs, whatever, I'm taking publishing on these songs. And I was like, yo, I got stories, bro. Started my lawsuit and everything. I didn't have the money to compete with him. As soon as I dropped the lawsuit, as soon as I dropped the lawsuit, he put out the single, Can't You See?
And I tell people, even if I don't benefit from something, I don't mind sharing the information because in my eyes, with God's eyes, that's selfish. But even on that level, I'm like, yeah, you know, come on, man.
But the crazy thing is, bro, it shaped me, though, because I'll be honest with you. I went for about a year, I went into a depression. If we could keep it a buck, I got a phone call from Diddy. It was like,
attention, player haters and overrated disbelievers of all kinds. I stand before you today 10 toes down as the bearer of bad news. Y'all done fucked up. Attention, player haters and overrated disbelievers of all kinds. I stand before you today 10 toes down as the bearer of bad news. Y'all done fucked up.
Nigga, I want to know why you ain't interview your baby mother, okay? She know everything about the nigga. She was fucking getting paid 10 bands every time she went to go see the nigga. What does she know, nigga? Why you ain't interview her, nigga? We want to know, nigga. The real niggas want to know.
50 is the one that pulled Puff's coattail from the beginning on Cassie.
Really?
Yeah, he had the footage and all that. That's why Puff really don't say nothing about 50. That's why 50 talks with impunity. Hey, yo, my nigga, you fuck with her like that? Like, you fuck with her? All right, well, listen. I'm about to send you something. Look at that. Let me know like how you gonna move on that.
Matter of fact, they sent me the girl pictures, like pictures of this girl, like not the shit that y'all saw. Worse, way worse.
Wow. Oh, you kidding me, huh?
Like penetration pictures and
Nah, come on, man. Come on, Phil.
I called him. I said, "Yo, you fucking with this girl? Like, you like her like that?" And he was like, "Yeah, that's my girl." I'm like, "All right, I'm gonna send you something. You look at it, you call me back." I sent him the photos, the pictures, and everything. And the nigga called back and was like, "Yo, thanks, man. Yo, I really appreciate that. Yo, where you get these shits from?"
50 is the one that pulled Puff's coattail.
Did y'all see when they interviewed Dapper Dan about Diddy?
I haven't seen that one. Please.
They ran into Dapper Dan in Harlem and they asked him what he thought about what was going on with Diddy and if he knew Diddy. And I love Dapper Dan for this. He said, I grew up with his parents. He said, and what's going on with him has been going on long before him. Now, his father was a government snitch and a bad actor in the criminal world altogether. But there's whispers in the streets of Harlem that Diddy's mother isn't alive. Not his biological mother, but that woman is his aunt.
Whoa.
There are whispers.
Wait a minute.
There are whispers. Did y'all see?
I just gotta talk about one moment in the Diddy doc.
That's how real it is. I think somebody's trying to kill me. I'll be waking up paranoid. I'll be really scared. Just be paranoid.
So he's talking to me. The doc places this right before Peterson Auto Museum, March 9th.
This is great.
But you know what? We did that interview on the first album. That's him talking.
Yo, this is crazy right here, what I'm about to show y'all. You pay attention. Just pay attention.
About the street, not the game. That's him talking about, I'm afraid of getting knocked off on the street. The first time I interviewed him, we were sitting in the hallway of his building, and if anybody started walking up, somebody from the crew would go down with a hammer. Who's that? Big said to me, I am afraid of the street. But I gotta be out here. I gotta live. I gotta show him my music. I gotta show him I'm not afraid. But I am definitely afraid. But the doc makes it like that bite about his fear relates to the Big Pac situation and his fear ahead of going to LA. He may have been afraid because he knew that he was in danger being in LA in that moment, but that clip is way out of context. It's from years earlier. I just got to talk about one moment in the Diddy doc.
So off top, he's saying basically a lot of things that's in that doc series, The Reckoning, that 50 Cent produced. It's a lot of lies. All right. This gentleman right here, he's been around for a long time. You know, whoever knows his name and face, you know exactly who he is. I'd rather not say his name so I won't get a strike. You know, it's certain things in certain languages you have to say on YouTube so you won't get struck. So check it out. This gentleman right here, he was around and he was a writer for Rolling Stone as well. So we're going to get right into it, man. Let him continue, man. It's real. You feel me?
Excuse my appearance. I wanted to get this information out here.
Watch this.
Right away. But are you guys seeing what I'm seeing? Are you seeing what I'm seeing? Excuse my appearance. I wanted to get this information out here right away. But are you guys seeing what I'm seeing? Are you seeing what I'm seeing?
First, let me say nah. What you are looking at is not AI. These buildings up in the sky, bro, was intended to be 40-story luxury condos. Dope artists got in the zone and are striking as a protest against the homelessness crisis. Man, it isn't fair. They laundered money with these buildings, abandoned them for years. It's bugged how all this vacant property surrounded by the unhoused. Ridiculous. The arena is near crypto, but the message cryptic. The wall is sharp. Some see crime. I see resilience in the form of art. We united. Let's end homelessness and one love to all the graffiti writers. First, let me say
Wayne Barrow, someone with Mrs. Wallace, Biggie's mother, has came out to address this viral footage that has been released on The Reckoning, a documentary produced by 50 Cent, where it says that Diddy in fact used Biggie's own money to pay for his funeral. Now, Wayne Barrow, who spoke to Lauren LaRosa from The Breakfast Club, stated that he wanted to speak on behalf of Mrs. Wallace and not the Biggie estate, and went on to say that the allegations from the doc, Sean Combs, The Reckoning, that Diddy, Bad Boy, used Biggie's money to pay for his own funeral are false. Burroughs also went on to say that Diddy did pay for everything and that at no point was there any indication in any royalty statement of Biggie's that reflected any funeral cost. Wayne says him and Mrs. Wallace reviewed every royalty statement that came together up until the day she passed, and says that no funeral expenses came up. A man that also goes by the name of Sean G that claims that he was in the courtroom is calling out 50 and saying, why didn't 50 put out all the details about his baby mother, which he left out, where he claims that she was the one that was actually rubbing all the baby oil all over Diddy before the free calls, and claims that 50 Cent left all those details out of the documentary.
I just wanted to know if this part was in the documentary. I still ain't watched it yet, but I think I'm gonna watch it today or tomorrow. This is my notes. I was an in-courtroom observer on the 24th floor in the overflow at the Puffy trial. I took notes. I was there every day. Jane Doe on the stand, your girl. From February to May 2021, her and Puff like to have porn playing, and she would dress in provocative lingerie. She would dress in provocative lingerie, and her and Puff would have sex for 12 to 24 hours, and she would rub baby oil on him.
Juror also went out to call 50 Cent. He says, Ninja always telling on somebody. Oh, dry snitching ass Ninja. Now, the crazy thing is that we also came out to find out that the reason why 50 Cent did that interview on ABC, we come to find out that ABC is one of the only channels that is allowed by prisoners to watch from behind bars. And that is supposedly the only reason why 50 Cent did this interview on ABC, to make sure that Diddy was gonna get to watch.
Of course Capo is defending saying the documentary is wrong. The nigga said it on Dust and Powder with Jadakiss. Yo, he used to party with Puff for hours until the lights came up. Who said this life ain't us? Still posted the block until Dice came up. Dust, he was on that Dust and Powder when he wrote that, I guess. I don't know. Of course Capo is defending.
You know, maybe you haven't been hunted in that way, but it is hunt a black man with money season out there. Trust me on that. It's best to be broke or else you're a target. So I think I'm in the best position right now, because you know if you sue me, you ain't getting a motherfucking thing, because I ain't got it.
Okay. Quick question. Since we're talking,
You know, maybe you haven't been hunted in that way.
Documentary about you. You wanted to be a dope documentary.
Yeah, you gotta be dope.
On who you are, what you've done.
I don't know, boy.
You've accomplished. Like, a documentary is a big thing. Like, you don't want nobody doing a documentary about some like trying to just make your whole character look weak. Like, that's petty behavior.
And I want to know the company that did it so we can talk. You know what I mean? Because if it's on me, I need. You know what I mean?
I don't understand why that's like legal to do though.
Documentary is more like a mockumentary, shit like that. How can it even be called a documentary? You can call a documentary when it's not.
Once you become, if you're a public person, you're in the
do it.
You can be Google.
So do you think that is wrong or not?
I think it's wrong.
I want some documentary about you. You wanted to be a dope documentary.
New York smoke.
Hey, yo, Curtis. It's in the documentary. I still ain't watched it yet.
Hold on, before we go into this, shots is being thrown right now.
Jane Doe and Puffy used to do hotel nights. That was the same name that was synonymous with a freak off. With Cassie, Cassie and Puffy called it a freak off. Jane Doe and Puffy called it a hotel night, which was nothing more than Puffy, Jane Doe or Cassie, and one male escort. That was the extent of it. Jane Doe, in 2021, see that right there? These are my notes. I was in the courtroom. She would go buy special lingerie and special tight shorts for Puffy to put on and the male escort to put on. She would go do that herself before the freak off, because she would plan the freak offs. Jane Doe and Cassie would both plan the freak offs, not Puff. She would go get her nails done, go to the gym, get a tan, my hair to be ready for Puff. I like to be beautiful for Puff. I like Puff. I wanted to be beautiful for him. That's what she would say. Okay. Her income at the time, she was getting child support from you. I think $4,700 a month. And she said Puffy would send her $5,000 to $10,000 just because. Puffy would send her $5,000 to $10,000, $20,000 for furniture. Is this in the documentary? That Netflix documentary you did, is that in there? Then in 2021, she wanted to do OnlyFans. And Puffy told her, Puffy said, no, give it some time. Because she had a bikini business, she had a clothing line that Puffy invested $25,000 in her business. Why you didn't invest in it? Puffy invested $25,000 in her business. She wanted to do OnlyFans because her friend had made $4 million one year doing OnlyFans. Puffy said, no, don't do no OnlyFans. Let's give it time. And she says she didn't do it because she wanted Puffy's approval.
I found another thing that Diddy Doc got totally wrong. Big was never supposed to be on the cover of Rolling Stone.
Before he was assassinated, Biggie had an opportunity to be on the cover of Rolling Stone. We were delivering the elements so that can happen, and Sean called me and said, pull that cover. I need to be on the cover. My solo album is coming in July, No Way Out, and I need to amp that up. He took the cover from Biggie.
So that story is totally wrong. Big was never supposed to be on the cover of Rolling Stone. How do I know? I'm part of the Rolling Stone family. This is my story. And this, and this. When Kirk said Puff called Rolling Stone and dictated to them who would be on the cover, I was like, that is not how things have ever gone. So I called my old friend Jody Peckman, who was the photo director at the time that this photo was taken. She art directed this cover. She went back to the man who was the editor-in-chief at that time, and they both remember, no, Biggie was never supposed to be on the cover of Rolling Stone. Puffy did not take it from him. He never had it. At that time, it was really
nasty work right there, yo. Damn, man. Why you just let Biggie get that shine, man? He's about to get on the Rolling Stone. Come on, Diddy, man. Come on, man. That's crazy.
To get a rapper on the cover of Rolling Stone. But when I'll Be Missing You blew up, the editor-in-chief of Rolling Stone, Sid Holt, said maybe we can get the boss Jan Wenner to go for Puff on the cover. But they had to create an awesome photograph to get this over the finish line. Puff came into the photo shoot and was willing to take his shirt off. The great photograph plus the monster single made it like, okay, it's time to put Puff on the cover. This was an entirely internal conversation. At no point is Puff able to call Rolling Stone and say, you're going to put me on the cover. That's what happened. It's not a defense of Puff, it's an assertion of the truth. Some of y'all said, I'ma believe Kirk because Bad Boy is his turf. Fine, go with that. This is part of my professional family. I know how this magazine works. I have worked with these people. This is my turf. I don't understand how people are like, you're defending Puff when I made a video saying he might have unalived his ex-wife. I found another thing that Diddy. The jurors in the Diddy doc that I am very briefly in show us two very different perspectives that trying to create the not guilty verdicts on the big charges. This one is a fan. She liked day 26. But you can see the glitter in her eyes from being around Puff. It's like she went to a concert. She's excited to share moments with him, to look at him during the trial, to feel the same things as him, to see him doing the same nod that he did during making the band. She's won over by the fame, and I'm sure that's part of why some of these jurors voted not guilty. But this man knows and cares nothing of Puff's fame. But he says, why did she keep going back to him like they were lovers in a crazy relationship? This is a complete misunderstanding of trauma bonds, as well as a complete misunderstanding of how Cassie was personally, financially, and professionally yoked to Diddy. Throughout the trial, people said, why didn't she just leave? Which is essentially what this man is saying. Why didn't she just leave? She explained that her career was tied to him. He kept her broke. When she talked about leaving, he threatened to release the freak-off tapes. He threatened her mother. And whenever she actually did run away, he sent his bodyguards to go and bring her back. So there was no way for her to leave. But y'all want to talk about why didn't she just leave? You can't have the luxury and the complaint. Trauma bonds are very difficult to understand. If the Diddy doc is to destroy the image of Diddy even further, he missed the main thing. The doc spends a lot of time trying to get us to believe that Puff unalived Pac. After years of hearing this story, I still don't buy it. He announced to a room full of people, over 40 people, if you get Pac and Suge, I'll give you $1 million. When Pac beats up Orlando, of all people, Keefe D's nephew, they say, oh, now is our perfect opportunity to do that thing that Puff told us to do. Let's apply Occam's razor. What is more likely, that this happened because of a record executive from New York or the gang situation in LA? But if you really want to make Puff look bad, you should be talking about this situation. A lot of people think he is the reason why she's not with us anymore. She succumbed to pneumonia at 47? A lot of people have a lot of very real suspicion about what happened in this situation. If the real goal of the doc was to assassinate his image even further, this is where you go. This is the situation that I want clarity on. A lot of people remain very sad and have a lot of questions. You want to know who unalived Biggie? Suge Knight unalived. The last thing that I would ever do is defend Puff, but I will always defend the truth. 50's doc has y'all convinced that Puff unalived Big, Suge unalived Big. It was retaliation for the ending of Pac. I get it, Diddy did every bad thing that ever happened. He unalived JFK, he created crack, but Suge Knight is also a horrible person, and to take things off of his resume of horribleness and to put it on Puff's is just wrong. The idea that Puff coerced Big to go to LA or forced him to stay in LA longer than he should have, it's just not true, and that's not what Big was talking about at the time. He was telling Cheo Coker, I am loving it in LA right now. I am so happy to be here. This trip has been so fun. I want to extend it even longer. I love the pile-on and I would love to join y'all, but I am too steeped in the truth of what happened in this situation to join you on this particular pile-on. You want to know who unalived Biggie? 50 got y'all thinking that Puff is the man behind Pac getting at the Quad Studios thing? No. I will never defend Puff, but I will defend the truth. I see a lot of y'all saying, well, Puff was at Quad when Pac got blanked, so nothing. I was covering Pac's trial. I was seeing him every single day through that situation when that Quad situation happened. Follow me now. Jimmy Henchman, who is currently incarcerated, is a criminal who is operating in the music business. When the Quad Studios thing happened, Jimmy Henchman was managing Little Sean. Little Sean is a rapper who was on Uptown. Jimmy Henchman called Pac repeatedly and said, come to the studio tonight and do a song with Little Sean. I'll give you $7,000. And Pac needed the money because the shows were not happening, because he's on trial for rape. He's paying the lawyers all this money. Yes, Big and Puff were there because it's a studio. There's lots of people recording. As Pac entered the building to go see Little Sean, 3 men jumped out and with hammers and said, everybody get on the ground, because Pac was with other people. Pac refused. The other people got on the ground, but Pac, badass, refused to get on the ground. So they put 5 bullets in him. The man who pulled the trigger was a street dude named Dexter Isaac. He has admitted doing this. He was hired by Jimmy Henchman, who has admitted doing this. Henchman was managing Little Sean and specifically told Pac to go to the studio so that this would happen. And Pac knew this. On Against All Odds, he told you what it was. Promise to pay back. Jimmy Henchman, in due time. I know you bitch niggas is listening. The world is mine. Set me up. Wet me up. Niggas stuck me up. I understand that 50 wants to come in and incept y'all with a new... No. This is what happened. 50 got y'all thinking that Puff is the man behind Pac getting at the Quad.
Once upon a time, it was a very cold winter.
Nothing.
WRW TV CH1. You feel me? This is great grandson. I just want to say thank y'all. Thank y'all for supporting the kid. You feel me? Word up. Peace.
We must have bricks in the car, road back around. Every light us out already got here one non-stop fire road.
Got another brother, we with building weight. OG right there. Go subscribe to his channel.
Great grandson in the building.
We rebuilding to last forever, reaching for the future. No matter the weather, we strong. We focus, get into the bag. Moving small with silence, never been the ones to brag. Haters see and hear the name, we rebuilding, we everlasting in the game. Stay far away from lanes. Praise the rules and Prince and Paul the name. We are not the same. Praise the rules and Prince and Paul the name. We are not the same. Are not the same. And we are not the same. Praise the rules and Prince and Paul the name. We are not the same. Cap, I'm just stacking my catalog, popping, I'm popping, what's happening? I
pull up that song there, mad in a dog.
Hey yo, my shit's just slapping, no cap, I'm just stacking my catalog, popping, I'm popping, what's happening? I do this for fun, I do this cause I'm bored, but for you this shit hard and that's crazy.
Pull up that song there, mad in a dog.
Hey yo, my shit's just slapping, no cap, I'm
Build this beat, kick first, snare in. Yeah, that's me. 808 hitting nice. Hi-hats, let them skate.
First you must start at a roadblock. We do it big and we do it legit. First you must start at a roadblock productions. But you can't just hop on a road, it's a process. First you must start at a roadblock. Roadblock productions. Roadblock productions.